Welcome to Monday Night Meat and Potatoes, the podcast where three guys with big opinions and even bigger appetites go head-to-head on all things food, movies, sports, and whatever else gets us fired up. We blind taste test the best and worst colas, barbecue sauces, peanut butters, and those weird pickle-flavored snacks you see at the store but never dare to try. We rank them, we review them, and sometimes even surprise ourselves. Because trust us, we did not expect Casey Masterpiece to take the crown. It's not just food. We're talking movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever madness is going on in the world. One thing's for damn sure. We're loud, we're funny, and we're not afraid to tell it like it is. Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Now, here are your hosts, James, Fridge, and Tommy.
Holy shit. We have a fridge. Hi, Fridge.
Hi, guys.
Fridge canceled hockey to be here tonight with us, so this episode is dedicated to his boyfriend, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
I know you're our biggest fan, and I know you miss Fridge's voice, so we paid him off to be here for you today.
Beat, whatever.
How is everyone? It's been a little bit. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We had a migraine for me 1 week, and then Jeff's birthday was the next week. I finally remembered why we didn't do it that day.
I got old.
And then it was my birthday.
And I just play hockey.
Do you play hockey, or do you participate in it?
I participate.
Have you scored a goal this year?
5.
Out of how many games?
I don't know.
You should probably quit.
Steve Yzerman hasn't done anything yet. Maybe you should play for the Red Wings.
I'm too old.
Could be on that practice squad. All right. Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. It's actually Monday night, too, which is kind of interesting. We've been recording at weird times and weird days and doing whatever the fuck we want lately. So we're back on schedule for 1 week, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like tonight, because we missed a couple weeks and for the sake of saving money and stress and dragging it out, we're going to finish up our Burger Wars tonight. Next season, we're going to get into the best pizzas, but I think in between, we'll run some nugs, especially because Fridge won't be here.
I was going to be nice and tell you I'll skip every other game, but
you just want nugs. It's not for you. It's not for us. It's for you. And we already know your vote's going to be Taco Bell and those shitty fucking nugs.
Are we considering the crispy strips from McDonald's as a nug? Or is that a strip?
What do they call it?
I was going to say, run that question back.
It's kind of in
chicken.
the question.
They're about the same fucking size.
All right. For tonight's Hamburger Wars, I'd like to get a steak from Mr. Paul's and throw that in the mix. Is that a burger or a steak?
It's beef.
What do you smell like, Fridge?
Beef.
Fridge almost got kicked out of a hotel by getting drunk and screaming, "I smell like beef," or something like that. It smells like beef? I don't know.
No, I smell like beef.
Yeah, so...
It's that little girl on TikTok.
I know what it is. I just remember getting the text, and then we went back to... Was it the same hotel?
No, I was in Tawas with the wife.
That's neat. You guys went on a little date.
We did, on the motorcycle.
All right. So let's get into some of this. Tommy's got a lot written. I've got a lot written. I'm sure Fridge and my dad have nothing written because they're lazy.
I'm illiterate.
That's not... Never mind. I want to know, what is a weird reason you don't eat a certain food? Something happened to you as a kid that freaked you out about that food, or it reminds you of something, or you had a really bad experience one time and now you'll never eat it again. This question came up because I remembered that I had someone in my history that would not eat rice because it reminded them of maggots. And I thought that was the stupidest thing, because rice is one of my favorite foods in the entire world.
That's not why I don't eat rice.
You don't eat rice because you're stupid.
No, because you mentioned it, there's something that happened as a child that may have influenced my decision.
Oh, shit. I just unlocked a core memory, and it's going to fucking ruin us. What is it?
You're too young to remember, but they used to sell TV dinners in aluminum trays.
Okay.
Well, they came out with one that had Spanish rice in it, and my sister wanted this in the worst way. And my parents bought it for her, but we all got to pick our own. The only thing was, if you bought it, you had to eat it. And she got sick eating this and threw up in her TV tray and all over the table.
Oh, I was hoping
And
it
it-
wasn't going like I didn't know she threw it up and I ate it.
Oh, no. It grossed me out. I mean, I was probably about 8 years old. I've never loved rice. But I'm sure that played a part in my decision that now I won't eat rice. I don't like it.
How did you know it was Spanish? Did you microwave it and it went arriba?
It was called Spanish rice on the bread box.
That was the dumbest comment, but it still made me giggle.
So I will just comment this though. There's a local bar, and again, it's the same one we talk about a lot. A local watering hole for everyone. You guys might have just left there. Did anyone catch their post of their burrito and Spanish rice and beans combo the other day?
No,
The Spanish rice, just when you're making a photo for social media and it looks like that, you might want to rethink your cook or your picture.
yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it
Now
up.
I got to look this up.
It looks like a hunk of greasy brown rice, and it just did not look appetizing at all. And I gotta say, you know, when you're using like an ice cream scoop to scoop your rice and it stays in that shape, your rice is not done right. It's not for me at that point. So my thing when it comes to this, and it's kind of going to be a preamble for next season when we review pizza. A lot of people ask me, why don't you like pizza? And it's not that I absolutely despise pizza. I will eat it if that's all there is and I'm hungry. Say I'm at a birthday party or something like that and that's what's served, and you know, I'll eat a couple slices. I don't like it because of how often I ate it growing up. That is literally the only reason. So, any of you guys got any weird affinities for food that are caused by childhood trauma, weirded out, things look like something?
I can't think of any off the top of my head for myself, but by proxy, I can tell one for my dad. He doesn't mind the taste of it, but he can't stand Jell-O because he doesn't like things that he can feel like moving in his mouth.
Does he know that when you chew, everything moves in your mouth? Have you asked him that?
I think it's hilarious, but he says the consistency, like the Jell-O, he can't do Jell-O.
And that sucks because Jell-O's so
Jell-O's
good.
delicious.
Yeah, and
Hey,
he said he doesn't mind the taste, but the consistency, the jiggle, the movement in his mouth, it totally turns him off.
my Jell-O don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. Yeah, that's the picture.
It almost looks like it is not stale, but wrong sweet potatoes.
To me, it looks like they bought the yellow can of Spanish rice and they threw it in a pot with butter and just let it meld. It's not a good looking, appetizing photo.
No, it is not.
So I want to touch base on Jell-O for a second though, because that is such a good thing, and it's pretty low calorie for a snack.
Yeah.
And I don't make it. I don't remember the last time I made Jell-O, and I fucking love Jell-O.
I don't think I've ever made Jell-O.
It's so easy.
Yeah, Jell-O is
It's a complicated recipe.
Boil, pour in, stir, refrigerate. And you don't even have to refrigerate. You can just put it in
Like
you.
in my adult life, I don't think I've ever made Jell-O.
Anyone want to make some Jell-O tonight?
Yeah.
I absolutely love Jell-O.
Yeah. And I made it a lot after I had gastric because it's a great thing.
I know Meijer and Kroger and probably all your other big stores, they have their brand. But sugar-free
forgot the
Jell-O
S's.
in like a 16-pack for like $3.
I know.
And you just throw some whipped cream on it. It's a
It's great.
15-calorie treat, and I'll eat 2 of them and be happy. I will say this, though. There is a dichotomy for me, because when I was a kid, I always got the Jell-O dessert when I was at like a National Coney Island. You guys remember the rotating dessert?
Yeah,
China's-
the spin.
The little spinny
The
thing.
problem is I swear that Jell-O's made once a week, because it always came to me dry as shit.
It always had a skin on the
I was
outside.
gonna say
Yeah.
the skin.
Same goes same goes for this. Chinese buffets. Why do you have a salad bar with pudding and Jell-O next to it? Like, isn't that not for the dessert table? Like, or is someone out there scooping lettuce and then pouring chocolate pudding on top of it? I don't know.
I don't know. Wendy's used to have a salad bar, and they used to have pudding at their salad bar too.
I used to love their salad bar.
Yeah.
And then I will go further too, and it's something I don't eat because I don't like it, but I especially hate it when people say this. You know the strawberry gelatin covered bananas that you find at buffets, usually a Chinese buffet. A lot of people like to say that's goop, and I fucking hate that. That is a medical term
Goop
for
is pus.
Yeah. Thank you. I hate it when people say I want the strawberry goop, and I'm like, that's disgusting. That's just gross. That's literally like saying I want the strawberry diarrhea on my banana. It's the same fucking thing.
2
in
girls,
my head.
1 cup.
That's more attractive.
Eh,
At least there was titties. I don't remember how nice the titties were. Were they titties out?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Dad, look up 2 girls, 1 cup and let us know.
Is it still?
Have you ever seen it? Have you? Has he not? Hold on. Are we gonna live react to 2 girls, 1
my
cup?
God.
You might.
Oh man. Oh man. This is interesting. I think we almost need to videotape this. Or we, while we're at it, you know what? It's actually in my notes today, so we can just jump right into this for a moment while he's
I
looking
thought
this
2
up.
girls, 1 cup was in your notes. I was like, man.
It's something similar. Classic websites that should not exist or wouldn't exist now. Things like Rotten and Ogrish. Mm-hmm. This is just kind of on par with that. Did you guys ever explore those sites as young kids?
Hundreds.
Yeah,
of
I'm trying to
times.
think of ones.
Even Newgrounds in its early days was like way above what I should have been on.
I didn't touch on that one too much.
Like,
Rotten was like a go-to.
Rotten and Ogrish. Ogrish was more death. Rotten was some death, but they had a lot of other stuff. But like, I remember my first introduction to one of them. I think it was Rotten. I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I saw the live video of that reporter getting decapitated by the Taliban in Afghanistan or Iraq or whatever. Do you guys remember that?
I remember one.
I remember the reporter
Like a
that
soldier
offed
got a
himself
knife
in
right through the
thing.
neck. I don't think it was a reporter.
The one that I saw was
was
like
like
I was like
huge
9 or 10.
Bowie
And
knife.
they just were slicing through his
Yeah.
whole head.
Yep.
With a fucking tiny
Just
knife.
and they were just like sawing with the knife. Yeah.
And he was screaming.
This is what comes up when I look, but it's. I know it's not what you're talking
Does he
about.
have
Nope.
He's got an Android, doesn't he?
No. I'm gonna look it up. But
Does it? I don't think it exists anymore.
there's, I mean, it's out there. Uncensored 2 girls 1 cup video. It's the first thing I found. So let's see if this is it. Yep, this is it. Okay. I'm going to hand my phone to him so he can hit play on that. He's going to watch that and let us know what he thinks. But Newgrounds, my first introduction to that was a game, a Flash animation game called Pico's School. And it's basically this kid is in this school that is getting shot up. And
Oh, God. No.
You got to finish it.
you don't like the part where they're licking it like ice cream?
No. I didn't like the first part.
Welcome to early 2000s internet pops. So Newgrounds, Pico's school is this kid in the school and it's getting shot up by the goth kids, and you are basically just playing through trying to escape. And the end of it, the main goth girl says this giant fucking curse or whatever, and you fighting her in the gym, and she turns into this giant fucking monster. And then to kill her, she just grows this giant fucking hairy dick, and you just got to shoot her in the penis a bunch of times. That was 9-year-old me playing that game. So, but I can go even further. Before Ogrish, before Rotten, before the internet was really big, who went to Family Video and saw the must be 18 to rent Faces of Death?
Oh, I was say Faces of Death is one of the ones that I can think of.
I love that.
Faces of Death, I believe, is a combination of fake footage and a couple real things thrown in. Recently, I saw a post that they were selling the entire Faces of Death collection at Walmart. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah,
I think there's 5 of them.
I couldn't even tell you, but I know my mom would rent them for me when I was 10 years old, and I'd watch them and just. Again, it's stuff way out of my league for that kind of age, but I watched it and enjoyed it, and that's who made me who I am today. So, it's just shock videos that came up
The closest thing that I can think of that probably this website's still probably running that mixes a little bit of porn and shock is probably, I think it's called eFuck.
Oh, eFucked is great.
I was gonna say that's probably the closest it's
eFucked is, for those of you who don't know, it's EFUKT.com, and it is, most of it is pornography blooper type videos, like caught in public fucking, where people are recording and they'll just walk up and be like, hey, what are you doing? And they'll be like, oh god, I'm caught. But then it goes to the funny ones, like a girl doing her first pornography and it gets to the money shot and she takes a load to the face and starts gagging because she's like afraid of cum or something like that. And this is gonna just say how sadistic and sick I am, but my favorite series on that is called The Trolling of Wannabe Porn Stars,
where they make fun of them.
It is brutal. It is, if you're going to watch it, take heed to my warning. It is not for, if you have a fucking conscience, it's not for you. But it takes, it's a website called, I think it's called like Brutal Throat Fucking or something like that. And they just pull in these women that want to make $1,000 to do a blowjob video. And they are basically the dunk tank guy where they just make fun of people, but they are so brutal. Like, there's this one girl gagging and he's like, it sounds like an old Toyota trying to start. Or like you'd have a black girl on there and it's so bad. She's wearing a maid outfit and he's like, you show up February 1st in Black History Month dressed like a maid. Really? Or just
yeah.
This one has an ass like Chris Farley. It's just, it's so bad. I laugh because I'm fucking deranged, but it is anti-feminist. It is literally the farthest you can get from women in their rights. So go ahead.
But if you know what you're getting into, that's
yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many funny ones. It's the one of them that really cracked me up is he's like, you're really hot. Nice tits, body's rocking, face is busted. And I think, and I'm gonna do one more, and I think it's the worst one. It's the only one out of all of them that made me go, oh man, I kind of feel bad. This chick had a really bad lazy eye. And
oh my god!
She has.
I believe you've showed me this.
I might have, and she's got a load on her face, and he's like looking to the camera, and he's like, "Which fucking eye do I look into?" And she's just about to cry, and she's red-eyed from fucking semen in her face, and it's.
Yeah, I think that was the video that you showed me that I learned about the.
I think
website.
It's the first one. It is not, like I said. Just heed my warning. If you're gonna go on there, just understand what you're getting yourself into. We can jump right back into food here if you want.
Yeah.
I got one more, and then I'll let you go a couple here, Tommy.
Okay.
What I want to know everyone's food, and this doesn't have to be your favorite food, but it's your most wow experience probably. What's a food you would uneat to experience it for the first time one more time?
Like throw it up to eat it again?
No, like forget that you ever had it. It's like your first time experiencing this food. Like the first time you had it was just, wow, I've been missing out on this my whole fucking life. It doesn't have to be your favorite food. It just needs to be a wow experience. And if you say Taco Bell chicken nuggets, I will throw you out of here.
It wouldn't be a particular food. It would be like
Hostess
you said,
chocolate donuts.
Chocolate donuts, number 10.
No, it would be
10 of 10.
It would be just the whole experience. My first time going to Foco de Chao, it was in Chicago. That was freaking awesome. Flipping that card and then just bringing, cutting it right off the bone, and that was pre-surgery, so I was just putting it away, and that was awesome. It was well worth. I think it was $70 a plate. It was really good.
Did you leave with the meat sweats?
Oh, absolutely. Because bacon wrapped chicken.
Gross.
Bacon wrapped chicken.
Gross.
That's bottom sirloin, top sirloin. They had 11. I think it was 11 different types of cuts.
Did you see the sirloin fuck?
No.
How do you know it was a top or a bottom?
Well, they explained what each cut of meat was,
and you just believed them.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I would have to
that
find
experience
out.
was really, really good. And if I could have done that again, yeah, I definitely
You know,
would.
I can get a good look at a T-bone if I stick my head up a butcher's ass.
Wait, and it's got to be
gotta
your
be your
bowl. Your bowl.
So Texas Day Brazil. So the experience, plus the food, obviously. You said pre-surgery, and it clicked in my head, and I'm very proud of you for what you've done since then, Tommy. But man, oh man, can I touch base on what you did after your first surgery for a moment?
My first surgery.
Your first gastric.
I'm drawing a blank. So yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
First of all, I need to know if it's true, but this is what I heard. You were in the hospital still and got White Castle.
No.
Someone had said that. You got White Castle after your first gastric.
No. Nope, never happened.
All right. Ignore that one then.
Okay.
I remember when we worked together at BBDO.
Yeah.
Like I said, this isn't me nailing you. This is me saying I'm proud of you and how far you've come. But I remember you had your gastric. You're eating less. And I remember, our boss would buy us lunch on Fridays typically. And
Yep.
there was a Carrabba's. And
Yeah.
I remember you were like, I'm going to get the meal for two. It came with like an appetizer and 2 full entrees. And you're like, don't worry, I'm going to eat it throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Tommy, it's the same amount of calories you're eating throughout the whole day, you fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did do that. That one I did do. Let's see. Trying to think. No, the White Castle thing. I'm trying to think.
Maybe you were so out of it still.
No.
You ate White Castle. Fridge, Dad, anything that... What would be your... I want to experience this food for the first time again food?
I got 2. Lobster and scallops. You can't beat a good scallop.
I mean, you can.
No, you can't.
I mean, that would be you saying that's your favorite food.
Bacon pizza scallop.
No, I'm just saying
Bacon's
the
gross.
first time. The texture, the taste.
If they're done right.
If they're done right, it's amazing.
Like, for instance, my last experience at Mr. Paul's when I got scallops, and they were just fucking awful. They were so mismatched in size. One was underdone, one was overdone. It was a bad experience. My first experience with scallops was the Admiral's Feast from Red Lobster. And they're deep fried and small. And,
They used to serve the big ones with that feast. They
I
don't do it anymore.
That's how I learned to love them.
I was like, where are we going with this?
Scallops are good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had scallops in a lot of different ways, but it's hard to ruin a scallop unless you overcook them and they turn rubbery.
Undercooked is equally bad.
Yeah,
It's not a texture I like.
It's not as bad. I think overcooked is worse.
I'd rather eat them overcooked than undercooked because undercooked it is... it's jello. It's like a firm jello. So that's not for me. Tommy, what would yours be? Oh, wait, you said that. Fridge, it's you. Let's go to fridge.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's McDonald's nuggets.
Just drawing a blank here, aren't you?
I don't think I'd want to re-eat anything.
There's nothing that wowed you so much you'd want that experience again, that factor of love and wonder and bewilderment. I don't think I've ever said that word out loud in my life.
Bewilderment?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used that word in spoken English.
No, I don't. No, I've never really been wowed by food. You consume it.
I've been wowed a lot.
You're a fat guy at heart, and you are saying you're not wowed by food. You just consume it.
Yeah.
Then why don't you fucking consume celery instead of wheat thins all the time, or shredded wheat, or chocolate, or Slurpees, or
Celery
candy?
is
Or Red Bull.
disgusting.
And chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets are delicious,
So that's a wow factor.
but I wouldn't want to uneat chicken nuggets to do it again.
I think you're focusing too much on the uneat. What?
What would you like to experience for the first time again?
Sex. No, actually, that was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
when my dad's not here for one, I'll tell you the story of how that happened.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
This guy's killing
stumped
me.
him.
I
He's
got
killing me.
I'm nothing. Yeah.
We'll just believe it's the chicken nugget.
Yeah.
We'll just go with
McDonald's.
chicken
Yeah, it's
nuggets.
got to be.
It's got to be. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Mine's gonna go with a Derner. It's a sandwich from Eastern Europe that got into Central Europe, and when I went over there, I had one, and then one turned into like 4 in the week or 2 I was there. They did not have any in the United States for many, many years, and recently, within the last few years, there's a couple shops that opened up that now offer them. So I do want to go and have one again, but I feel like it's gonna be almost that new experience because it's been, oh my god, 18 fucking years since I've been to
Wow.
Germany. It's been that long already. Holy shit. I was 17. That is insane to me. But yeah, so that'll be mine. I want another Derner kebab. And it's rotisserie kebab style meat like a shawarma, but so much better.
Okay, I got it. Brisket. A
Solid.
Good
Okay.
brisket.
Solid answer.
Any from a specific place or just brisket in general?
There used to be a place over by my shop. I want to say it was Smokin' Barbecue or something like that. It was delicious.
Okay.
I'd go in there 2 times a day, burn ends. Oh, God, it was so good.
No, burn ends are so good.
They are.
if they're done right.
They were done right.
Brisket. Do you prefer the fattier or the leaner brisket? So the point or was it the flat?
Yeah, I think it's flattened point.
I like it all. Like I prefer the fatty part.
Same.
Because
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
it tastes better.
Definitely.
It holds
Yeah,
more
It adds
Yeah,
flavor.
more flavor.
And I
Yep.
feel like the smoke ring gets penetrated better through the fat. And then, okay, my other question, do you prefer shredded or
No, I want
sliced?
Sliced.
Sliced all day.
Yeah.
Place around here that used to have great brisket. And again, I hate to bash on it, but my experiences lately have not been stellar. Bad Brad's. They used to
They've
have
fallen off.
the same. Yeah, exactly. We found them by a whim. It was actually me and Scott. We were riding our motorcycles up in New Baltimore. I think we were going to Harson's Island. We're like, what the fuck is that? We stopped in and had it. Amazing. I started going there, and I've been going there for 15 fucking years, if not more. And the last couple of years, I'm just very not impressed with it.
I feel like
There's,
ever since they expanded to the one out by Great Lakes Crossing in Auburn Hills, ever since they expanded, I feel like when they had the 2 locations, they rocked. And when did they open the one at Great Lakes Crossing? Like 5-6 years ago, maybe.
I think they have like 5 or
There's
6
a couple
now.
of them that
But,
pop
yeah.
up and then close
Yeah, because
down.
there's one on Groesbeck.
That's an
New
express.
Baltimore.
Yeah, but I feel like ever since when they just had the new Baltimore location and the one, well, they were kind of both out in that area. But
I know there's one at like 23 in Van Dyke.
the 23 Van Dyke and then the one,
It's like 26 miles.
yeah, 26 miles. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. But it was just those 2 locations. But after they expanded, and I think the next one was Great Lakes Crossing, and then they did the Express and all that, I think kind of went downhill.
Yeah, and it, like, I remember maybe 2 or 3 times ago I went there, and I went to the New Baltimore, the OG location. You know, you expect it to be at least the better one if you're going to have quality issues across your locations. The service was awful, and we went there right when it opened, so they weren't busy. And our food came out, and me and Shelby, we both got brisket, and then we both got something different. We got the 2 meat platter. Both of our briskets came out, and they were literally like they were sitting under an air conditioner cold. Brought that to the manager's attention, and a lot of, you know, you can make up a lot of stuff by just being a good manager. All he did was say, "I'm sorry. I hope we can do better next time." Like I just spent $35
I was
on
gonna
a
say,
person.
and the thing is about places like that, the food's not cheap. I know food's not cheap anywhere really anymore,
No, but
you're paying a premium price for that type of food.
Yeah.
Foxfire Fixins.
And
My
I-
last great experience with brisket.
Foxfire Fixins, okay.
K Block has okay brisket.
K-Lock was okay. They run out a lot because they're smaller. But
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were soured on the last time we went, but
and that's only because they ran out of everything.
It was not a good experience, but prior to that, very impressed.
Yeah.
K-Block was.
Yeah,
K-Block,
They have
you guys
good
told
food
me-
in general.
Yeah.
You guys told me I have to try that place. I haven't been up there yet.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
it's so good.
31 in Van Dyke or something like
Something
that.
like that.
It's definitely worth going.
And the one thing we all went there for, they were out of.
Was it the
Because
ribs?
we all
We
went
all
for the
went for
ribs.
ribs.
Yeah. You know, and I rave about them all the time, though. Madhouse, 14 in Stevenson. It's right across from where we were yesterday. Twin Peaks, right across the street. Where we pulled through that McDonald's, that building right there is called Madhouse. It's a bar grill.
Why don't we stop there?
They have the best ribs I've
Good
ever had from a
ribs.
restaurant. And they're not expensive. I think it's like $23 for a full slab of fries and coleslaw.
No, it's up there now. It was, I think when you and I went last time, it was like $27.99 or something. It went up in price, but I mean, it's still not bad.
It's
So
just so good.
if they had them, K Block or Madhouse?
Madhouse.
For the ribs,
Yeah.
I don't know about K Block because we went there and they didn't have any.
Oh, okay. I thought you had them in the past and you went up there again. and
We
they were
went
out.
we went up there for Father's Day, I think it was.
Could have been.
I think it was Father's Day.
It
Okay.
was me, you, Amanda, Shelby.
Yeah, my dad and Denise, and I think it was for Father's Day, and I think they were advertising a special of their ribs
Yes.
for Father's Day,
Gotcha.
$20 slabs, if I
something
remember
like
correctly.
that. And we were not there late. I think we went there for like 3:00, and they were out of ribs, or they told us they were out of ribs. And one person out of like 6 that wanted ribs, I think, got like 3 bones on their plate. And they're like, "We found some." I'm like, "How do you lose and find a quarter slab of ribs?"
I think they were out of mac and cheese. There was quite a few things we tried to order that they were out
Wow.
of, and they were not busy.
I was going to say, were they busy because of Father's Day and they just weren't ill prepared?
We were there pretty early, and there was not many people in that restaurant.
Wow.
And it seemed like every person placed an order, and something that they ordered,
Sorry,
they were out of.
Wow.
You know, and I think I've talked about like my experience at the Cheesecake Factory, where the manager just said, "Oh, it's a full moon," you know, and that's the reason for me spending $100 on a meal and not getting anything. I think one of the worst experiences when it comes to a restaurant that you'd expect good service and good food, I was at Le Supreme, which is a French restaurant in Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you mentioned it on the pod, but I know you've talked about it to me.
We had 6 people, and between the 6 people, we spent $1,500 to $2,000 because there, you know, a couple of the people we were with were ordering bottles of wine, $230, $300 bottles of wine. I know my meal. I got me and Shelby got 2 or 3 appetizers and then 2 entrees, and you know they're $40 a piece for seafood appetizers, and because I think I got like a salmon pate and I got the cocktail shrimp, and I think there was something else that she got. It was easily, you know, just for the food, if you don't include the drinks, $300, $400 for 2 people.
Wow.
And the service was awful. My food was less than stellar, and you know, you bring it to their attention, and it's just a half-assed apology. When you're a high-end dining establishment, you got to do better.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy, what do you got for us?
Okay, I got a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. Well, since we're talking about bad experiences, I know we talked on the pod about like our worst food experiences or worst food we've ever ate. Have we talked about like a rank of like what our worst fast food place is? I don't think
We've done
covered.
last meal, fast food last meal.
Yeah, because I was trying to get some stuff together and I came across a Reddit post and it was Redditors rank the worst, top 5 worst fast food places. And the people in the comments were like, this is not correct because I don't agree with this. But I'm going to read you what they have ranked as the 5 according to Redditors. Number 5 was Long John Silver's
Acidine. They're amazing.
and that was one of the big ones. Was like, I have no idea why this is even on there. And a lot of people were saying, I don't even consider that as fast food. That there was more of like a sit down casual restaurant. Number 4 was Burger King. Subway was number 3. Once again, I don't really consider that more of a fast food restaurant. When I think of fast food, I think of more like Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King. Number 2 was KFC. and the worst fast food was Del Taco. Now, I am not a fan of Taco Bell. I can find something on the menu if I have to, but I think Del Taco reigns supreme over Taco Bell any day.
I agree.
And I wanted your guys' thoughts on that list, or what do you guys think the worst fast food restaurant is?
I can start with Long John Silver's. I'm mad that they closed the only 2 remaining ones around here.
Is that one still in Rochester? Right at the hill?
I don't know.
I think that one is closed.
The
I
2
think.
I knew
Main Street,
about.
or on Main Street?
Yeah.
There was one at Gunston and Gratiot, and then there was one at 8 and DeQuinder. And I don't care what anyone says. Long John Silver's is delicious. It is hated on because I swear people just like to hate on things that are popular to hate on. How many people will tell you something like Long John Silver sucks and have told you they've never had it?
Yeah.
Or only had one thing from it? Or I don't like seafood. Well, why the fuck would you rank it then?
I absolutely love Long John Silver's.
I'm sorry. I love my fish that tastes like chicken and my chicken that tastes like fish. It's a joke, but their chicken is fucking good. It's a fillet of chicken made in like this super crispy, and they use it the same batter for their fish and chicken.
Okay.
Their shrimp is pretty fucking good. Their hush puppies are delicious, and they always give you they take the batter and they just drip it in the fryer, and so you get these crispies.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
And you could always ask them for extra.
Yeah.
I can get down on the hush puppies. That was about the only thing I'd eat there because I don't like seafood. I'm kind of getting off track, but I have been big on I hate seafood, but I would be willing to try. I had a sushi roll, and you know what? It wasn't half bad. I don't know what kind it was.
Where'd you get it from?
You got 100 different types to try.
Yeah. A girl at my wife's work got sushi for lunch, and they take late lunches. And she said to my wife, "Do you want to take this home?" She's like, "Yeah, I want my husband to try." So she brought it home, and she says, "Okay, this is sushi. I don't know what it is, but go ahead." I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna try," and I took it. It was not bad. So I was gonna tell you guys, I stepped out of my comfort zone and. Yeah, it wasn't bad. But
we're just going to have to take him to a good sushi restaurant and get him a big chunk of tuna or something. Let him have it.
Yeah, I am totally against seafood, but I'm not against trying different things to get my palate to get.
I hate rice, but yet I love sushi.
It's wrapped.
Figure that one out.
I know. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. But yeah, back onto the fast food.
Well. I'm still going down that list. Long John Silver's is amazing.
Yep.
I think Del Taco is one of the best fast food places, and that's their number one.
Yeah.
Subway.
It's not fast food.
I don't think it's fast food.
It is. It really is.
It's definitely fast food.
But at the same...
It's horrible fast food, but...
And here's the thing, is I don't even have an issue inherently with Subway, because a couple of their sandwiches aren't bad. I like their cold cut combo.
I've always been a fan of the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, but I think it's the sauce.
Meaty, delicious cold cut combo from Subway.
Sequel's coming out this month.
I think too many of their meats you can't even distinguish. If you had your eyes closed, I don't think you could identify the meat.
The thing is about their cold cut is their bologna is really fucking good. And they have
Subway has bologna.
Yeah, and they have a really good. And
it's good.
So I do the cold cut combo. I add pickles, heavy run onion, spinach, tomatoes, and honey mustard. And they have one of the best fucking honey mustards I've ever had. I don't care. I will tell you, Subway's honey mustard is fire.
I add honey mustard to the sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
And they used to have a creamy honey mustard, which was just mayo mixed into it. It was really fucking good. Because I used to, when I was a vegetarian for many years, I'd just get a veggie, load it up with everything, and then creamy honey mustard. It was one of my favorite things.
Their meatball sub isn't bad.
Again, that's what I'm saying, is like Subway is not inherently bad. The problem I have with Subway is I don't want the bottom of the fucking totem pole sub chain and pay premium sub prices. A fucking footlong nowadays is $14.
We were just talking about it today. We were just talking about it today. What was it? They got a drink, or just got a combo, and it was $18. A foot-long combo, and it was $18.
And if you do one of the premium sandwiches, I think the sandwich alone is like $16 or $18 now. And it's like, no. If you've ever had like DeBellas, everybody used to bitch about their price. That was a sub.
I love the Bellas.
I was so sad when I found out they closed the one over here.
I went up to DeBellas. Well, I thought I was going to DeBellas probably 6 or 7, probably longer. And I'm like, where the hell did it go?
I think their problem there was simply location. But as far as subs go, Subway's not even close.
Yeah.
To their level. I mean, I've never had a bad sandwich from them.
Well, now if I want an Italian sub, Ventimiglio's and
What was that?
Ventimiglio's and Buscemi's has ruined it.
You guys might all be too young,
when
but
he
if you
eats
want a
his
sub
he
sandwich
drinks
to talk about,
rum.
if you want a sub sandwich to talk about, you got to go back to the Kmart deli.
I still can't say Arnold Palmer without having to slow it down. It's still Becca.
Don't bring that up because he's going to start on me again.
No, Becca.
both of you.
Becca cracks
that
up
waitress
because
yesterday didn't even know what it
she'll
was.
say, "Hey, I got some lemonade in the fridge." I'm like, "Do you have tea?" I'll make an Arnold Palmer, and I'll sit there and have to think about it. She says, "Yeah, it's not just a pod thing. You can't say it in general." And I'm like, "I know."
I was drinking one day. I went to order another one. It came out something like Arnold Palmer.
I don't.
And he's
without having
never
to
let me
slow
let it down.
Without slowing down and thinking about it, I slur it like I don't know, whatever.
Speaking of Arnold Palmer's, you want to go get our 3 limit?
So to continue down that worst of the fast food, I'm with you on Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell's trash.
I hate it.
It's
I love Mexican food. Don't get me wrong.
Wet ground beef. Their chicken's awful. Their steak is awful. I don't get people's affinity with it, especially when you have Del Taco out there.
There is a chicken
care
right
for
now
Del
on their like
Taco.
value menu. They have like a chicken flatbread,
Either.
Chipotle chicken flatbread,
I would
and
eat
that's about the
tropical
only thing I'll
smoothies,
eat.
Taco stuff before.
But it's literally cheese, chipotle, and some chicken on like a pita bread. It's very simple because I don't like any of their ingredients.
I'm not a fan. I used to like Taco Bell, but I think in the last, I'll say 20 years, I think it's gone downhill so bad. But
I think it's the same, and you're just getting older and more refined. And I hate to say that because that's almost a compliment.
who asked you?
This is my fucking podcast. Fuck you.
And yes, the McDonald's fish sandwich is smaller. We can have that conversation too.
My dad. One of the things I make fun of him
Oh, yeah.
for is for
They're
years now.
smaller.
Everything's gotten some.
His favorite thing though is
Shrinkflation.
yeah. I went to McDonald's and I got a burger and it was yay big around. I got fish. It was yay big around. I went to Burger King and I couldn't see the burger through the bun. It was yay big around.
You go to McDonald's and get a hamburger, you can see both sides. I mean, they're
Used
so
to be able to.
small. It's unreal.
I honestly think McDonald's is probably the worst fast food. I mean, I know they have good fries, and I know their Coke and Sprite are awesome.
Take a Rallies or a Checkers fry.
But
If
far
I
as their food in general,
if I
they're
go to
probably the worst fast
McDonald's,
food.
9 times out of 10, it's because I want a fish sandwich.
okay.
And
If
I
I'm
love
out
their
on-
fucking fillet of fish.
If I am on, well, I do a double fillet.
Yeah, I know you're weird.
Extra tartar?
You can get yes, and you can order a
I've
triple
never
now
had
too.
one.
Oh my god.
But I love their fillet. The taste is phenomenal. I'll give them that. I love the fish fillet.
I think that's your favorite descriptor word for food that you like.
What?
Phenomenal.
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 If someone listened to this
Phenomenal.
podcast and played "Take a Shot" every time my dad
He
says,
says
phenomenal,
phenomenal.
you will be
Phenomenal.
drunk.
The only other reason I really go to McDonald's is if I'm out on the road and I get thirsty. That is my go-to. I stop and get a Coke.
Sweet tea.
See, yeah, I'm a Coke person when I go there. I love tea.
All of McDonald's drinks are better than you can get them anywhere else. Their
Yes.
Coke, their Sprite, their tea, everything is fucking... You know what? I take that back. KFC's tea is better than McDonald's.
I don't think I've ever got tea from KFC.
Do yourself
I don't
a
like
favor.
KFC.
You can buy that in 1 gallon and I think a 5
They have
gallon.
a 5-gallon bag too, yeah. They put a 5-gallon bag in the giant bucket. But yes, their sweet tea is fucking amazing. Guys, real quick, I cannot find a way to order Five Guys delivery.
Okay.
I've ordered Culver's and Dairy Queen, but I can't find Five Guys anywhere. Yeah,
Like Uber Eats, or-
I tried Uber Eats and DoorDash. If you try and order it from them directly, you have to spend $15, which is we're not going to hit unless someone wanted to add something.
You get 2 burgers.
But then we're spending $23 for 2 burgers, plus tip and delivery.
Order a small fry; it'll feed all of us.
And their fries are not good. I don't know why everyone raves about them. They're just balls of grease.
See, and I do like their fries. They're not my favorite, but I like Five Guys fries. I don't like them when they start to cool off. They're not good.
So I'm backing up a little bit. Fridge, you don't like KFC. Is
not-
it overall or specifically something there? Because their sides are fucking great, first of all.
I love their sides.
I like their
Coleslaw.
mac and cheese.
The coleslaw, man.
I like their mac and cheese. Their mashed potatoes and gravy is delicious. Their coleslaw is okay.
The slaw is okay.
I think Chicken Shack's
It's a little
slaw
too
is better.
fine for me. I don't like fine.
I prefer mine a rough chopped
Love
cabbage.
Chicken Shack's.
See, and I don't like mine rough.
So KFC, I don't like their bone-in chicken. I'm with you there. But their chicken sandwich and their chicken tenders are pretty fucking good. And they have a Mike's Hot Honey chicken sandwich right now that I really enjoy.
I haven't tried it.
I love honey on my chicken, so I like honey anything, so I'm a little biased, but
I need to hit like all the new chicken spots that are open.
I can tell you about a lot of them. Don't go to the one over here, Cons. It's so bad.
Bosch is good.
Very overpriced, though.
It is high.
Dave's Hot. Good.
Dave's Hot, I fucking love. Medium or hot, depending on the day, and they're really fucking good. They're phenomenal.
I haven't tried them
Phenomenal.
yet.
It surprises me. Like, you need to just fucking do it.
The two that I know of, probably the closest one is, especially to you, is at a Hall in Van Dyke. Or Shaner.
For us,
The
he-
one- yeah, right
for us here, it's 13 a mound.
Yeah.
So
And then there's one at Troy, 16 in Crooks.
there's that new
Big Beaver and Crooks.
there's a chicken place that opened up in front of where Dooley's used to be on Gratiot. I don't know what it's called. But that wouldn't be. I wouldn't mind trying that. I have not tried LA hot chicken yet, or whatever it is.
Okay.
Did Church's rebrand?
No, I don't know
Was it
because I know
Chris-
Church's closed and now it's Halo Burger
Well,
on Garfield.
I don't know
think.
about like a specific restaurant, but I know if you take Woodward down to Detroit, there is a couple places called Church's Texas Chicken, and I can't figure out if they're affiliated.
Okay. I wondered that as well because I went down Detroit a couple weeks ago to go to the Fanatic to grab the hat I have on because there was the only place in the area that had this hat. And I'm like, what is Church's... what is that? And
So you saw it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea
It's
if that's
right down
affiliated.
Woodward.
Church's,
Yes.
I've only had once. It is affiliated.
A quick Google search says, yes, they rebranded in 2019. New logo, tagline, restaurant design. They're Texas roots. To emphasize Texas roots.
I was about to say, as Texas is, their biscuit is just as dry, but I think after this past week, I can't say that anymore.
Okay, so KFC, I like their biscuits with honey.
Is no one going to give me
I was
salty
going
butter
to
taste.
mention that. I was going to mention that.
Is
They're
no one
good.
going to fucking call me
No.
out on the fact that I just made a flood joke?
I know. I was going to bring that up.
Yes, their biscuits are good, and KFC's, unfortunately, they got rid of their real honey, and now they have a honey sauce packet, which I use on my biscuits, and it's
And
just,
they labeled it honey sauce.
yeah, it just tastes like fucking.
Process.
It's like comparing butter to movie theater butter.
Yeah.
It does the trick, but it's
tastes
not what you
fake.
want. Yeah.
I don't even think the texture is the same.
No, it's like
It's
a
a
corn
sauce.
syrup. It's corn syrup with honey flavoring is essentially what it is.
So, with the chicken war here, where does Chicken Shack fit in?
Bottom tier. I fucking hate Chicken Shack. I don't know why everyone loves it.
I love Chicken Shack. I'm
I
having it
love
for
Chicken
lunch
Shack.
tomorrow.
I think it's good.
It's not the top tier chicken, but
no.
I mean it's good.
Their ribs suck.
I
And
like
see,
their ribs,
people
but I'm
rave
not
about their
paying
ribs.
$40 a slab.
He's
It's
got a
because
point.
they make them and then they
But I do like their
re-warm 'em and they
sauce.
fall
I mean,
apart
but
and
there
I
again,
just
it's
don't like
not the best sauce, but I
but
do.
it's-
We don't
Chicken
agree on
shack,
ribs anyway, because
Yeah, we don't.
my bone, I have to be able to slide the bone out without any meat coming with it, and that's how a rib should be. You like it to have a lot of bite on it, so you're just still petty that I beat you in the rib off.
When you cook yours for an hour after it's turning time, I mean, it's hard not to.
Are you trying to say that my ribs didn't win? My ribs won.
It's your opinion.
That's the opinion of the masses, actually.
Should have been disqualified.
Why should I be disqualified?
You missed turning time.
No, I didn't. Anyway, going back to fast food restaurants. I'm gonna, it's not on the list, and I'm surprised because of the amount of online hate it gets. But Arby's is fire. The masses online seem to hate Arby's. It's like the Nickelback of fast food.
Hardee's.
Arby's. But Arby's is amazing.
Good cheese sticks.
I am never disappointed when I go to Arby's.
Good potato cakes.
Yes, they have good potato
The beef and
cakes.
cheddar.
Beef and cheddar with red ranch, horsey sauce, and Arby's sauce loaded up. Their fucking curly fries are amazing. Their jalapeno poppers are
It
great.
is one
Even
of the
even the
chains that have
Reuben is
never-
not bad,
the
and it's
flavor
not
has never
really
changed.
something
Yeah.
that you would go there for.
Well, see, my favorite is the beef and cheddar with extra cheddar. Then you got to put the red sauce on. You got to put the horsey sauce on.
That's what I'm saying.
So
And
you are
bacon.
just slopping this shit all over you. That's when it's
It's
good.
a messy sandwich.
It should be.
Their fish sandwich is one of the best in the game.
Oh, I got it. You got. Hey, I think their fish sandwich is phenomenal.
But have you noticed since 2009 when we first got it, it's about yay big around now. Actually, theirs is actually a big fucking hunk of fish.
I just want to know where they catch the triangle fish at.
But the beef and cheddar, so their buffalo chicken sandwich is great. Their
Yeah, the
burger
little
when they
snack-
Even their
Snacker slider
little-
things
when they
they
came out
have,
with
I-
the dips. The
See,
French
I don't
dip
like their
and that.
Hawaiian slider.
Yeah, but
See, I
if
love
I
it.
want the buffalo chicken,
we agree on
again,
something.
the
We all like
little slide,
Arby's.
man, they're freaking good.
They are good. There's very little at Arby's I can say I am not pleased with.
The only
only-
thing is the price. That's the only thing I'm not pleased with. But
Oh,
there
yeah.
again, every place costs. You know,
You know, that's why you got an app.
Yeah.
and again, ordering the app and Arby's becomes reasonable again.
Yep.
I
They
mi-
usually rocking a 20% off.
I miss when they had the 5 for $5, and then it became 5 for $5.95, and now it's 5 for $10. And
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Last year, me and my dad went there, and he got the 5 for $10 or whatever.
I think they called it $5 roundup or something. It used to be.
I think
Yes.
he did twice. I think he did
Sounds
one
like
under
you.
he did one under his account, one under Denise's account. Ended up with like 20 fucking beef sandwiches, Arby's roast beef sandwiches, and I remember him telling me, he's like, "Yeah, they were just so cheap, so I'd take 3 of them and put all the meat on one and make one big fucking sandwich."
I don't need the bread. The meat is what I'm after. I mean, let's face it, it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
You
can't
can't argue with the flavor. And the
I-
French dip. Oh, that's great.
I can't replicate it too, and I've tried so many different kinds of sliced roast beef at home to make my own Arby's because you can buy the Arby's sauces.
Yep.
Walmart sells them. I think they're the only ones that sell them. But I've tried, buy an onion roll and buy the cheese whiz, and everything is identical except the beef. And it's not even the flavor as much; it's the texture. Theirs is so
it is
tender.
the texture.
Theirs is very, very tender. Whereas if you get sliced roast beef from any deli, it's got more, bite to it. Yeah. So anyway, going back one more time, what's everyone's worst or least favorite fast food?
Like I said, I think it's McDonald's. And now that I haven't, since I've been trying to really hunker down with the weight, I don't eat fast food as much. And I stopped and went to McDonald's, and I just got a McDouble, and it was so salty. Like I noticed, I just
semen on it.
probably. I noticed the quality of their. I noticed the quality of their food is just. Ugh. But like I said, the drinks and the fries. I
Now,
don't.
like Potbelly, Firehouse, are we considering that fast food right now?
I mean, if we're doing
Yeah, I'd
Subway,
say
yeah.
so.
It technically is fast food.
Technical. Yeah, Firehouse. Firehouse sucks.
And I think I've only had it once, and I don't remember it, so it can't be that good.
Not enough for you to go back,
Potbelly-
so.
yeah, Potbelly and Firehouse are on my bottom. Like I will pass that up.
I don't
and
like
go-
Potbelly just because of what you get for what you pay for.
See, and I think I'm going to put Subway because it's not even the sandwich that is so bad. It is the toppings they put on. They're just never good. They're always bad. You get green
We're going back to
tomatoes, and
jalapenos
I mean, the
and
lettuce is
Quiznos.
brown. Onions have no flavor.
There's one in Rochester.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
My brother used to work there.
Really?
What?
Quiznos.
I haven't had Quiznos forever.
The chicken carbonara.
Yeah, where's that, like Livernois and Auburn or something like that?
Something
and-
like that, yeah.
Hamlin and Rochester.
Yeah.
They're making a comeback.
I'm going to go with Jack in the Box Hardee's. I think
Okay.
that's going to be mine. Especially when you get stupid enough to order a taco. It is so bad. When Burger King's taco beats you, there's something wrong.
Where did you find a Jack in the Box? Because the last one I knew of was on 8 Mile.
When I used to travel for work,
Oh.
I tried a lot of stuff. You know. Speaking of fast food that you can't find here, Whataburger's fucking amazing.
I've had it.
I really like Whataburger, and they have a spicy ketchup in packets, and that is fresh.
When I went out to California, I would do the Whataburger and try the In-N-Out, of course, because
I
that's
think
where they're at.
I think I was in Texas, which I think is where Whataburger's from.
Yeah.
The only other one that comes to mind, and I just recently tried it for the first time, Jollibee. It's not good.
No, we went there because it had opened a couple of years ago out on Hall Road, and it was not.
I tried their chicken and I tried their spaghetti, and I wanted to throw up.
That was the two things that I tried, and I was because everybody raved about the spaghetti, and I'm like,
60% of all the reviews of that place are bad. I mean, it's got to tell you something.
What it tells me is that it should stay in the Philippines. But you can bring the women over here.
You know, you mentioned that spicy ketchup. The food truck.
Oh, yeah. Detroit 75 Kitchen.
That ketchup was great.
I
almost said it.
Phenomenal. Have you guys tried it yet?
No.
Detroit 75. Oh yeah,
So
Expensive, but good.
it started as a food truck, and they were voted, I think, number 2 in the country. So they put their food truck up at Oakland Mall in like a little pop-up type area for a year or two, and now they have a permanent location on Stevenson, actually pretty close to Twin Peaks. But they have amazing sandwiches. They have these garlic fries that the garlic is so fresh it fucking burns your throat. And then they have a homemade, house-made jalapeno ketchup that's just so fucking good. And they sell it in a bottle. And I definitely bought some and used it quick. So that place is amazing. I follow them on TikTok, and their owner and head chef, he's funny as fuck. He does TikToks every day, and he does basically shorts of what we're doing here, reviewing things, food tips. And the other day, he mentioned, he's like, the fucking most, he's cusses all the time. I love it. He's like, the worst fucking fast food in the world, Tim Hortons. Fuck that place. And he's just fucking ripping into it.
Tim Hortons coffee sucks.
I sent it to my friend who owns a few Tim Hortons. I'm like, hey, you're famous for
I
being
love
shitty.
Tim Hortons coffee. But there's nothing that you can eat there that's good.
Tim Hortons coffee is always burnt.
Yeah, and it always
Always.
tastes
I
like
love
it's been
Tim Hortons
sitting
coffee.
there and reheated about 17
I think
times.
Big B's the same fucking way. And they're one that just opened up across the street from here, and they're just, it's awful.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so I can't
Worst,
speak on this.
worst coffee shop, though, has got to be Starbucks.
See, I love Starbucks, and I'm not gonna lie, and it's only because I only get one thing from there. Their caramel frappuccino's fucking fire.
But their coffee always tastes like
their
it's
hot
burnt.
coffee is
See, I don't get hot coffee from there either. I hate fucking paying $3 for a fucking cup of coffee. So what I will say is 2 places that have actually really good coffee. McDonald's has really good coffee. And if you find a corporate store, 7-Eleven is my favorite coffee. It has to be a corporate store, otherwise it's going to sit there all day and fucking fester. But if you find a corporate store, they're pretty much nailed to, we have to change it every hour or two, and
Okay.
a lot better.
Okay, well, I also have a couple quick things that are not food related, and I can bust this stuff out. I want to bring up. I'm excited because this week NCAA football releases pre-orders July 7th. So when I get home, I should be able to have the pre-order, and then anybody who didn't pre-order, July 10th is the main release, and then I did the pre-order, so I get Madden as well in that bundle, and that comes out August 14th. But they also released that NCAA basketball is coming back after 16 years. So I'm excited for that. And the last time that was released, Blake Griffin was on the cover. And they're saying that it's probably going to be released in 2028. So I'm excited for that. Now, James probably could talk on this a little more than Jeff and Fridge. Maybe you, I'm not sure. Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. Thoughts?
I want to see it.
I'm excited. I'm excited as hell for it.
My excitement is a little reluctant because the new one that came out, though I did enjoy it, I hated the fact that they tried to introduce a new character that's never been in a video game for a Mortal Kombat movie. It should have just stuck to its roots.
I agree. Now, they have... I can't think of his name right now, but I think the director has been really big on the social media, and I can't think of his name right now. Not the director, but the new character that was... I want to say his name is Sonny, but I know it's not Sonny. That was introduced. They were like, yeah, well, next time, how about you stay, true to, its roots, like you said, like not introducing new characters. And he says, yeah, we'll have to fix that. So he kind of alluded that it might be fixed, but from some of the information that I've looked into and tried to get, they're going to be more faithful, and they're actually going to have a tournament in the game or in the movie, and they're actually going to keep score in the movie. And he said it's going to be more bloody and more gore. And the Red Band trailer is supposed to drop sometime this month. Carl Urban from The Boys, he's going to be Johnny Cage.
Really?
Yes.
I can't see that. He'd fit Kano.
I thought the same thing. Kano is coming back. They're going to explain how they can there's going to be how resurrection is going to work. I don't know.
I just hope to see Sonya's titties. Is she hot?
And Martin Ford, the bodybuilder, dude, he's 6'8". He's playing Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn looks pretty sweet.
Cobble Khan's cooler.
I do agree, but they're bringing Shao Kahn in, and Noob's supposed to be in this movie. So I'm a fan of Noob Saibot. I know you and Scott are Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but I've always been a fan of Noob. So I'm excited. It comes out October 24th, and like I said, the Red Band is supposed to be dropping sometime in July. Yeah. We'll see, but I've only seen like some screenshots, and a lot of people...
See, if they're more faithful to the source material, I'd be more excited. You just... Mortal Kombat 1, or the new movie, I should say.
The 2021.
You're... again, it's going back. Introducing a new character when you have a roster of 150 characters to already choose from.
Yeah.
It felt stupid to me. I don't know.
I did not like them introducing... I gotta look up that guy's name.
And it's been a while. What is it? It's Scorpion's son or something like that? Or isn't he related to Scorpion in some way?
I think so. And then they gave him like body armor or...
I don't know.
Cole Young.
Yeah.
That was
I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people in Mortal Kombat have body armor.
Yeah, but didn't he get like a gold... It was like gold body armor.
By the way, I did find Five Guys finally. A way to deliver.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So...
I did want to bring up now another food thing. With the 4th of July happening, of course, they had the hot dog eating contest. And Joey Chestnut won after missing the 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah. Was it
70 and a half he ate this time?
70 and a half. Now, wasn't it he was banned because he promoted Impossible hot dogs?
There was a endorsement somewhere that got him banned.
Yeah, I think it was because he endorsed Impossible hot dogs. But anyways,
Why would anybody endorse that?
Why would anyone care?
that's
Hot dogs
about
are
that,
amazing.
So
Because hot dogs are amazing.
No, I'm just saying, like, why do you give a fuck what he does to make money?
yeah.
You know, I mean, the guy is literally the reason most people watch Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Like, and you're gonna ban
It was
him?
Kobayashi, and now it's him. So, this was being discussed on the radio, so I kind of stole this, but they got talking about different records in food eating. So, tacos in 8 minutes. What do you think the record is for hard shell tacos in 8 minutes? The record.
Hard shell.
It's Joey Chestnut.
It is Joey Chestnut. Yep.
I want to say it was like 100 something.
You are very close.
Yeah.
You guys got any ideas?
Well, if he was close, I'd know where I'm going. 105.
It's 126 in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Hard shell tacos. Now, another one, as far as I know, this is not Joey Chestnut. It's a 500 gram pack of Oreos, which is just a normal size pack of Oreos.
I'll do that in
Hold
5
on, hold
minutes.
on. A gram? What was it? Oh,
500 gram pack.
I know what a gram is. That brings
Yeah.
me back to my weed selling days. Shut up, Dad.
500 gram pack of Oreos. How long do you think it'd take to knock through that?
3 minutes.
You're very, once again, close. 226. Now this one,
Can I dunk them?
any way to get them down, I guess.
I mean,
they dunk the hot dogs. Why not? Can't you dunk?
If you allowed me to let them soak in milk first and I just chugged the fucking milky concoction, I could take it down in less than 2.5 minutes.
This one, pre-surgery, I think I could give this one actually a run for money. Totino pizza rolls, 144, so that's like the big bag. 14 minutes and 26 seconds.
Straight out of the microwave, you got to start.
14 minutes.
In
Well, yeah,
26
'cause-
seconds.
So that's 10 a minute for 14 minutes,
Yeah,
roughly.
but you got to get past the burn first. That's what takes so long.
I would think you could probably just take them out of the oven, let them sit, and then just...
No sitting.
No, I mean, even in competitions, like, they allow the food to cool off. So,
I honestly, out of the
It's
ones
not-
that I heard, I
I don't
really
think
think
the
I
pizza
could have gave
one's
that one a
that
run for my
impressive.
money.
I don't know.
I could not.
So,
Although, after the White Castle challenge, I know I probably could do 90 in 4 minutes and then 20 in the next 10.
I will say for Nathan's hot dog eating competition, the last few years they've also included chugging. And the big name in chugging, the basically Joey Chestnut of Chug World, is a guy named Badland Chugs.
Mm-hmm.
He takes down a gallon of lemonade, and I think I could beat him. Badland Chugs.
Yeah.
I think he owns the world record for a gallon, and I don't remember the exact time, but I remember watching it and going, if I could keep up my pace, because I've done a half gallon
Yeah.
in like 18 seconds.
Because I think, isn't it half gallon? That is basically a 2 liter, I'm pretty sure, right?
It's roughly, I think a 2 liter is like 60 or 59 ounces. It's a half gallon is 64 ounces.
Okay, no. I think a 2 liter is actually 64 ounces. So, yeah.
No, it's a little different.
Oh, okay.
They're close though.
Okay.
But I can take down. I've taken down a half gallon of beer in 18 seconds.
Okay.
A 64 ounce pitcher. If I can keep up that pace, especially lemonade, which seems easier. You guys have seen me. My name is fucking Chugger.
Well, yeah, and because, I had the 2 liter, so I know lemonade doesn't have that carbonation
Yeah,
that
which is the
stopped
harder
me,
part.
really slowed me down when I did the soda.
I every time I see a Badlands Chug TikTok, I comment, I need to challenge this man. Where the fuck are you? My name's Chugger. If anyone out there can get his attention, I want to challenge him.
Okay.
I don't know about the gallon, because volume is the hard part.
Yes.
It's impressive to chug a
especially
gallon.
if you're not used to it, it's something you have to work yourself up
But
to.
I really think I can take him on for a half gallon. I've seen him do he does like a quart jar of Kool-Aid in like 8 seconds. I'm like, I can beat that.
Yeah.
You know I can beat that.
Oh, I know, because I've seen when you brought up his name, I know exactly who he was. There's some that I've seen that I'm like, I know I could have done.
Yeah,
that. I know.
There's certain times when like I said, I think the only thing I won't take him on is volume.
Yeah.
I don't think I can chug a gallon nowadays, but if you give me a half gallon or less, I really do think I can beat Badland chugs in a chug.
Yeah, because back in my heyday, me and you, there's been so many. I mean, we probably faced each other at least 15, 20 times.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably 10 and 10, you know. I have a few more here. Munchkin donut holes in 8 minutes. The record is 344.
That's impressive.
That person's good at swallowing balls.
Joey Chestnut did this in December of 24 at St. Elmo's in Indy. He did 21 pounds of jumbo shrimp in 8 minutes.
I could do that.
But you didn't eat the tails.
Holy shit. And I thought I ate a lot of shrimp.
Next one is chicken wings in 12 minutes. What do you think the record is there?
Bone
I didn't specify.
160.
But 276.
I believe that's also Chestnut.
I didn't get the name on it.
Joey Chestnut, fun fact, owns the world record for the most world records. He has 55 eating world records.
Well, this one is the last one I have is also a Joey Chestnut. I know this one that is him. In March of 2020, how many Big Macs do you think he knocked down in one sitting?
40.
63.
I think I'm going to go a little higher than you, but I'm going to say, knowing him, probably about 47.
Okay, it was 32. The previous record was 30. So, and then my next
What are we
question.
considering a sitting?
He sat down and ate them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just for an unlimited amount of time as long as you sit down?
I'm sure there was a time limit to a certain extent, but yeah.
Like you can't take a 2-hour break.
Yeah. And then my question was, what was the biggest, hardest challenge you've attempted or want to attempt? You brought up you wanted to do a chug challenge, but now previous, what is the hardest one you've attempted or...
It's got to be one of my hot food challenges. So I've done the Toe of Satan. I've done the one chip challenge, and I added a pretty healthy amount of the last dab hot sauce on it. I did the Death Nut challenge, and I did the 9 million Scoville gummy bear, and they're all in their own right horrid. I think out of all of those, I think the Toe of Satan was the worst.
Yeah.
The chip and the nuts, you chew them up, you swallow, you have an afterburn. The Toe of Satan is a 9 million Scoville cinnamon from hell flavored sucker that you have to hold in your mouth for 5 minutes and then do a 5-minute afterburn. So I want to say that was the worst. It was just fucking drilling pain, searing, scorching, fucking terrifying tongue and mouth pain
Yeah.
for 5 minutes. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even swallow my fucking spit. I was letting it just dribble out because it was that bad, and I was afraid to swallow it. Another one that was really bad, though, we attempted, they had a pizza challenge, a hot food pizza challenge at a place over here. It was called American Pie. It was a pizza buffet.
I'm
And they were open, my friend's parents from high school owned it, and they were open for probably 20 years. And in that time, I think only like 13 people ever completed it. And it's a whole pizza, a large pizza, so 8 slices, with a ghost pepper sauce and topped with, and then you have to eat 2 habaneros. I went in there to attempt it, and I think they cheated a little bit because I told them I've done hot food challenges. So where I've had it before, it was not as hot as it was the day of the challenge. And instead of giving me 2 habaneros on the side to eat, which I can do, they decided to cut up 4 and put them on top of the pizza. So they cheated. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I failed that, and I had the worst gut bomb of my life.
Yeah. You got any food challenges, Fridge, that you've attempted or failed or want to try?
Fridge's food challenge is sniping in Call of Duty while eating shredded mini wheats.
No, I want to do I wouldn't turn down steak challenges or something.
One steak challenge I did when I was real young, I don't even know if they even do it, was, let's see, it was at Texas Roadhouse. It was a pound of fries, I think, a pound of baked beans or coleslaw, and a 32-ounce steak. I
could do
destroyed that. I did it with my friend Tim and Jameson, and I was cutting. I think it was cutting up the steak as they were trying to eat it, and they're like, "You're gonna have to get started. You only have a certain amount of time." I'm like, "I'm good." And as I'm cutting up the steak, and then I just bite, and I passed them up, and they still talk about it because they had like half a steak left, and I was already done with all my food by the time I did that. The hardest, I guess, challenge that I have was just always trying to beat the 2 liter in 16 seconds, and I just never could get past that. I just couldn't do
2
it.
liter and 16 seconds.
16.2 seconds is the fastest I've ever got it done.
2 liter of what?
Pepsi. That's the fastest.
It's a lot of.
I've never really done food challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was younger, I'd go to Red Lobster and eat 300 shrimp.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd want to throw me out. Everyone at the table would quit eating, and then they would all order for me so that they would come faster. But I've never been a food challenge type person. I want to enjoy what I'm eating.
Okay, and then I'm going to stick. I got a couple of sports things. And real quick. Don't know if you've seen 4 Tigers made it to the All-Star. We got Torres, Baez, Scoobs, and Green.
Yep.
So we got 2 outfielders. And what is Glaber's going to be playing? What, second base?
Baseball. He's playing baseball.
Yeah. And we got Riley Green. We're currently 57-34 after. Did you watch any of the game yesterday?
No.
Okay. Crazy ending to that game. But
Is that the one with the Guardians where it went through his hole? Is it?
yeah,
To end the game?
Are we talking about 2 different things here?
Baseball?
Yeah, he was already.
I thought
yeah.
they were like X-rated Guardian movies.
No.
No, the last pitch was a wild pitch, and it went right through his legs, and he stole a base, which tied it up and gave the Tigers another opportunity. And then I think they hit like multiple home runs in 1 inning.
Yeah, so
They won it in 10 innings yesterday.
Yeah, we were 1-0. They were 1-0,
Right.
and in the ninth, Torkelson singled. Then McKinstry pitch hit for him, stole second. Then it was a fly out, got him to third, and he had a huge lead. And it was a wild pitch, but the wild pitch did not go very far past home. But he had such a huge lead, he just ran in, tied it up, goes into extras, and we put, I think, 6 on him. Had like 2 or 3 home runs, won. But I just had a stat that I seen. We were the first to 50 wins this year.
Correct.
We hit it on June 24th. The last time we hit 50 wins on June 24th was in 2008. We went to the World Series that year and lost. And the last time we hit 50 wins that quick on June 24th was in 1984 when we won the World Series.
Yeah.
So we're tracking. We need a lot of help, but just thought interesting.
We're favorites this year for sure.
Yeah.
And, the only team that scares me is the Dodgers.
Dodgers, and I mean Toronto's doing really well. They've went on a tear. I think they're on 32.
Lately.
Yeah, lately.
They didn't start good.
No. But I know you guys are not big baseball fans, but I wanted to bring that up real quick. But I know you are, but I know the other 2 are not so
You're
much.
a guest. Shut up.
Now, everybody here is this type of fan. We have football at the end of the month. I know it's the Hall of Fame game, but the Lions are actually playing. And I know there's a few bettors at the table as well. There is some crazy betting odds for the Lions as a team for this season. I want to bring up a couple of the betting odds as a team. So, I'm going to go from worst odds to crazy odds. For the Lions to score a touchdown in every game this season, the current betting odds on FanDuel, minus 270 for a touchdown in every game. So you're not really even winning your money back, but it's for a touchdown in every regular season game. That's the current odds. Now, the next one would be to sweep the Vikings plus 145. So you got to get it away and at home. 145. I'm thinking
That's
you
low
probably
odds.
could. You could probably get it, but you're not really. It's not worth the juice to put money on that.
The NFC North would have been a lot scarier if the Vikings were not starting. Was it JJ?
Yeah, they're starting JJ McCarthy. Yeah,
There's no fucking way they do anywhere near as good as they did last year. He's an inexperienced rookie who, if you ever watch,
he's not proven.
In high pressure situations, he folds.
And I'm a Michigan fan. He didn't have to do a whole lot to get him to the national championship.
No,
he wasn't asked to do anything.
I think the Vikings have a less than 50% win rate this year.
I can totally agree. So I got a few more. Lions, one or more passing touchdowns at plus 650 in each game.
I'd probably take that bet.
I don't think I would.
I would.
Here's my deal. Goff goes down one game. Do you think they're going to keep passing? Or are they just going to feed the rock?
I think they'll pass it.
We have so many weapons on offense.
Okay.
The biggest fear for me for offense this year is that our star center is gone.
Ragnow. I know that's... We'll see. Okay. Got a few more. Plus 1,000 to go 6-0 in the NFC North. I know we did it last year.
Not happening this year.
I don't think so.
I think Chicago's going to get us one time. I mean, Green Bay could get us one time.
I'd be more worried about Green Bay.
I could see us easily going 4-2.
As much as I hate Green Bay, I'd have to say we probably will give up one game to them.
Yeah, I could see us going 4-2.
I wouldn't take that bet.
No. Now, next one. A rushing touchdown in every game. The odds are plus 1,200.
I wouldn't take that one either.
No. Because you never know. We could get down big to some team. Kind of like how Buffalo Bills went last year. We're going to not go the way of the run game. And like James just said, with Ragnow being out, we don't know what the offensive line is going to be. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is still going to be stellar, or phenomenal. But
Phenomenal.
I don't know. But yeah, rushing touchdown every game plus 1,200.
I would never take it.
Okay. Two more. A field goal every game. Just one field goal every game plus 4,400.
I'd probably take that before the last one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think I'd.
At plus
between
odds,
the two,
44?
I'd take that. I'd take the risk just because.
I know it's Dan Gamble and he doesn't really use the kicker, but one field goal a game. It doesn't specify the quarter, so you need 3 points.
I mean, that's something that is possible.
Yeah, and
Likely, probably not, but it is possible.
but even if you throw down just what $20, I mean.
Yeah, I think I would take that bet.
And the last one. This one's even bigger payout. Lions to score one touchdown and one field goal every regular season game, plus 6,000.
I think I'd lay off that one.
Now, here's a caveat.
I might put $10 on it for those odds.
They did it last year. So, FanDuel's probably thinking, hey, they did it last year. They're probably not going to replicate it. Let's see if we can get people to put money down on it.
I might place a tiny bet. I wouldn't put
So
a big bet on it.
$100 will net you what? $6,000?
Yeah, 6 Gs.
I'd probably do like a $50 bet on it.
Yeah. If you threw $50 down, you'd basically win $3,050.
What I really want when it comes to sport betting is one of my $10 stupid ridiculous parlays to
Just go off.
not even win, get to the point where it's like, hey, you're getting $160,000 if these next two games win, but if you cash out now, it's worth $75,000.
Oh,
Like,
and
cash out.
Or you can just hedge your bet.
You
At a
cash it
certain
out and
point,
you
you
take like
cash that.
15 grand of that and put it on the other two games.
Yeah, the hedge.
Build another small parlay. But the most I've ever had, I think I had a 10-game pick, and I hit 7 of 10. And I think that's the closest I ever got to that.
Yeah. But, yeah, that was discussed, and I'm like, oh, man, I have to bring that up because it's so close. I'm itching at football.
I will tell you, it was this morning. I woke up to a text at 7:30 this morning from a buddy of mine. He goes, Jameson Williams got traded to the Raiders, ? And I'm like, what?
No.
So I looked it up, and there's an article from some fucking satire news place, and I'm like, motherfucker. And
That's not the way to wake up.
Right. And then I'm like, okay, if there's rumors out there, and this is the tabloid of the fucking sports world has the first one, it better not happen.
I know I have more time on my hands, and I try to keep my pulse on every sport, a finger on the pulse of every sport.
How do you have that many fingers?
Do you think anything's going to happen with Trey Hendrickson at Cincinnati? Because I still haven't heard anything.
Nah.
He's not happy, and Cincinnati sucks.
I don't think anything goes with him.
Nah.
I don't think he's going to play for Cincinnati. He's got to go somewhere.
I think my biggest thing, if I ever wanted a trade that's not going to happen, is I want that edge rusher from fucking the Raiders.
Crosby.
Yeah. I'd love to see him lined up opposite of Hutch. Oh, my God.
I'm wondering if he's rethinking after last season not coming over here.
Even if we got him in a year, cheaper, because, a couple of years of bad productivity on a bad team, he's going to be cheaper. Because I think this is his final year of contract.
You might be right. I can't remember what his salary or what his contract is. And not to go back to baseball, but it's like Alex Bregman. We offered him a lot, but Boston offered him more. He chose Boston. He's injured right now. Alex Bregman, now they're talking, he still might be willing to renegotiate his contract and is in talks with the Tigers. It's like, now people are like, oh, he didn't want to come here in the first place. I'll take him. I don't care. If Crosby wants to come to Lions now, I'll take him. If he's going to bring me a championship, I don't care.
It's still a job. It's no different than when you go get a job.
Yeah.
If you can get something better somewhere else, guess what you're doing?
Here's my thing, though.
I don't know his I don't know money situation. I know he's making more.
My biggest thing is, would I rather have a legacy and a championship under my name for $10 million less if you're making that much money?
Yeah,
I think I would. Because not only are you're getting less money here, but being a champion, you'll have more endorsements when you retire. You can have more. You'll be better off after you retire from the sport, I think, if you're a championship winner.
There are a lot of players that take less money to go where they want to go. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, if you thought you could get the big game at the end, yeah, if you're making, $40 million a year, you might give up a few of those millions to do that.
Well, I mean, in Bregman's case, I bet he thought Boston, better park, going to have better stats. Maybe he thought Boston was closer than the Tigers, and now he's seeing, no, the Tigers were legit. They weren't just a flash in the pan at the end of the season last year. Maybe now he's thinking, hey, maybe I should go back to the Tigers. Crosby, I have no idea what he was thinking. He keeps saying it was loyalty. I have no idea.
Maybe he's a gambling degen and he just likes Vegas.
It couldn't be. I think it's dumb. But Hendrickson's not happy in Cincinnati, and someone's going to take him. And if we don't take him, it better not be somebody else in the NFC North, because I'll be ticked. But I think that's all I have technically for sports.
Fridge just went, thank God.
I know he's not.
I don't care.
The most sports talk in weeks is the day Fridge shows up.
Yeah.
You start talking sports, and he's been on his phone since
the
then.
only sports he knows is some wings.
All right, I got one thing for us.
Okay,
and then we'll take a break because our final burger's on its way. I know we've talked about store closings and fast food restaurants and restaurants that we want back. What's a brick and mortar retail store you want back?
Ooh. retail store, brick and mortar. Yeah. Okay. I think I want it back, but I can't because I can barely remember it. You would remember it more and tell me.
What you're trying to say.
You're old.
You're
as
old.
fuck.
Yeah. Was service merchandise really cool?
I loved it.
Okay.
Was it cool? If you're thinking about bringing it back and you've never been there,
No, I was there as a kid and I can remember it. It was kind of like electronics and jewelry, but in almost like an IKEA way. Like you would go and shop it off the rack or off the shelf.
I want
take
this
the ticket,
gem and I
Yes.
want
and
this
take
ring,
the ticket,
and,
and then you would go and get it
Yes.
in a separate area, and they would like bring it to you.
Yes.
I can kind of remember it, and I remember going there as a kid, and they had a lot of electronics, and I loved it
Sounds
back
like
then.
it sucks.
They had a lot of different things there, but yes, you're right. You took a ticket and
Yeah.
you went back to the service desk and you picked up your item back there. Mm-hmm. And it came out on the conveyor belt. I mean, it was neat. I loved it.
Yeah, that is just one that popped in my head that I remember as a kid going, and I always thought that place was cool, but I didn't remember if it was just nostalgia, like.
See, my first purchase that I made on my own going there was my very first long arm.
You know?
Bought a 30-30.
Yeah, I remember they
probably
had a
still
lot.
have it too.
Oh, I have it. And not only do I have it, that thing is my favorite gun.
Mine's gonna be Harmony House.
Oh, that's a good one though.
Not only did I love just browsing fucking let me take that back. I browsed cassettes to start.
Cassette, yeah,
My first cassette I ever
8
bought
tracks.
was
yeah.
my first cassette I ever bought was LL Cool J's Mama's said knock you out.
Yeah.
It was a single, and I paid like $1.99 for it on a cassette. But also, like, that was back when you can go get tickets to a concert and pay a $3 service fee instead of fucking $29 and $4 and 99 cents to print your own tickets. Ticketmaster.
Shit, it was one of the biggest stores in Macomb Mall, wasn't it?
I don't remember the one in Macomb Mall. I remember the one at 11 in Hoover that I used to go to. I used to walk there as a kid. So Harmony House, it was probably going to be mine.
That is a good
Media
one.
Play.
It's a good one.
So Media Play was cool too. I mean, that was basically Best Buy for.
Geeks.
Yeah.
Before Best Buy.
It was Best Buy for CDs, tapes, cards, clothing. It was
FYI, or FYE.
It was FYE, but much bigger scale.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a Media Play on Gratiot that my parents took me to, and it was 4th grade, so I was 8 or 9 years old, and they let me buy a shirt that said "Spear Britney" in blood. And I got my first ever detention for wearing it to school in like 4th or 5th grade.
See, mine is not a store, but a brick and mortar place that I would like to see come back in its original form is, damn it, not
Use
Chuck
your
E.
words.
Cheese. What was the other
Major
one?
Magics?
Major Magic. I used to love hanging out there.
So that was my preference growing up. I hated Chuck E. Cheese. I was a Major Magics kid.
Major Magics in Madison
It was
Heights.
so
I
good.
loved it.
Oh,
Oh, no, on
Gratiot.
Gratiot.
Oh,
Oh no!
15
See,
mile.
I
was
grew
15
up in Madison Heights, so it was
Right by
12
the
and John
Star
R for
Theater.
me.
It was
that
15
was-
Mile and Gratiot, yeah.
15 in Gratiot was a place to go.
Yeah. The Madison Heights one, fuck you.
Well, that's where I grew up. So
Shut up. You grew up where Denise grew up.
okay.
Oh, yeah, she was Madison Heights.
Yeah, because she went to, not Madison High School, the other one.
Fitzgerald?
Lamphere?
No, not
Lamphere?
Lamphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Major Magics is a good pull. I feel bad for the guy. Now, it was not Major Magics in its essence, but a guy tried to open up a Major Magics years after they closed down.
15 in Groesbeck.
Yeah, it was on Groesbeck just south of 15, and it was basically just an arcade that he bought some of the original animatronics. Because I remember 2 or 3 years before he opened that place.
Didn't they open like Yo-Yo's Funhouse or something?
I don't know. But I know on Craigslist, I used to browse there just for gig work for IT. And I remember 2 or 3 years before he opened that store, which was like 2019, 2020, he posted on Craigslist looking for someone to help me get these animatronics for Major Magics up and running because I have a project in mind, and that was it. And then he opened his place, the Major Magics Arcade on Groesbeck, and then a month later everything shut down for COVID, and he couldn't afford it, and it closed down. I feel really bad for that guy.
Didn't make a dime, I don't think.
But actually, that brings up another one. I just got into a conversation with this last night. Who remembers Galaxy Fun Center on Gratiot, right across from Macomb Mall?
I remember it, but I only went there a couple times.
Galaxy Fun Center.
It was the biggest
By the
standalone
watch store?
Yeah.
It was it's where the watch store is now.
Yeah. I remember.
It was the biggest standalone arcade in Southeast Michigan for a very long time. They opened up in '81. I just looked it up yesterday because I found someone on TikTok.
Like the McDonald's.
But someone on TikTok went like, "Can someone find a picture of this place?" I'm trying to find a picture, and I'm like, "I remember that place." And I fucking went down a rabbit hole on Google trying to
That
find
was
a
the
picture.
one that had that. It was
It's a
almost
weird
like a
wedge
Las
shape.
Vegas sign with all the lights
Yeah.
and
Yep.
everything going. I remember
Big
that.
yellow awning, and,
Yep.
and they had their own tokens that said Galaxy Fun Center. And I remember going there. That was my favorite place to go as a kid. And they had an actual nice ticket redemption center where you could actually win good fucking prizes if you kept your tickets. And I remember, this is throwing it back a bit. Do you guys remember Air Hogs?
Air hogs.
They were like RC airplanes and shit like that.
Yes.
So when they came out with Air Hogs, there was one I really wanted. It was like $200 for a toy, and I had enough tickets to get it from there, and I was really excited. And then I flew it for the first time, and it flew into someone's backyard, and a dog ate it. So, yeah.
Well, now that we're talking about arcades, it was announced that Chuck E. Cheese is doing Chuck's Arcade. It's like retro arcade games for adults, and they have released 10 so far. They have one in St. Petersburg, Florida, Trumbull, Connecticut, Oklahoma City, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Victor, New York, Beaufort, Georgia, El Paso, Texas. I'm not sure how to pronounce this city. Nashua, in Salem, New Hampshire, St. Louis, and Kansas City, Missouri, and Brea, California is coming soon. So they're getting on the adult arcade called Chuck's Arcade, but it's owned by Chuck E. Cheese.
There's 3 adult arcades in Detroit called Caesars, MGM, Motor City.
Yeah, but those tokens don't get you much.
Fridge recently, he's becoming a degen with some online baccarat. I regret ever talking you into gambling. And he chases his losses like any degen. I lost $5, put 10. I lost 10, put 20. I lost 20, put 40.
I gotta pay attention.
Oh man.
They do have places that help you with this.
Speaking of though, me and my dad, we took I took a more enhanced casino tour, but we went to a couple casinos last week. We stopped at Gun Lake Casino, which just a couple months ago opened up a 31,000 square foot indoor atrium and pool center, and it is incredible. They say it stays 75 year round. Real palm trees. They got 3 pools, one with a swim up bar, one for families, and one for adults only. Definitely got to check that out. Go back there, stay the night, go swimming.
It's a beautiful casino inside.
Yeah, the only issue I had with that casino was that when you walked in the entrance we walked into, it smelled like mildew.
Oh, definitely did.
Right when you walked in, it smelled like they had a leak somewhere and they didn't clean it up properly, and it smelled like mildew. And we thought maybe it's the pool, but the closer you got to the pool, the smell disappeared.
Yeah, and that was at the opposite end, too.
Yeah. So,
But it was a very, very nice casino.
I do want to go back, and I also want to try their buffet. Their dinner buffet includes seafood, which includes lobster and crab legs, and it's only $50. And I know we can tear through some of that.
They'll raise the price after I leave.
I loved it when
They'll take your picture for next time.
Oh, God, I'll be on the wall.
Harbor House?
Harbor House, did you come with us?
Yeah, then I got
Yeah, he
Taco
was
Bell and Dairy Queen after.
You did Dairy Queen after.
A year and a half ago, we went to all you can eat fucking crab legs at Harbor House, and it's one of the best places to get crab around here. But I think there was 10 of us, and we all ordered all you can eat crab except for Jordan. And that waiter had his work cut out for us, but he was on top of it. He was bringing out 10 clusters every fucking 10 minutes and just passing them out until we slowed down.
Yeah, we never really had. I can't think of a single time that we were waiting on Crab.
No.
That guy was on his game that day. And the funny thing is I had him as a waiter twice before that.
And he sucked.
Oh, he was so drunk.
Yeah, he was sweating profusely. He forgot everything.
It was hilarious. The guy, he didn't even have to come by the table. You knew when he was just in the vicinity. He smelled of alcohol so bad.
The first time we had him, it was so bad that we went up to the bar and filled our own fucking refills. And he didn't know.
He was bad. But that last time when we had him, he was phenomenal. Word of the day.
Word of fucking every podcast when you're around. What are you talking about?
No, he did an excellent job.
So anyway, our final burgers here, so we can hit these burger wars here. We got Culver's, Dairy Queen, and Five Guys. The order I put in from Five Guys, I tried to match the deluxe burgers as best I could. So tomato, pickle, lettuce, onion, ketchup, mayo, mustard. So
Okay.
just a pretty standard run it through the garden burger. I think that's the fairest way to do Five Guys against these.
Okay. And before we do take a break, I do want to say something. I know we have fun here, but I do want to bring it down for a second.
Oh, God.
I do want to bring up the Texas flooding. They're calling it the 100-year flood. In case anybody of our listeners don't know, and listeners, I noticed I lisped. The Guadalupe River rose 20 feet, and they said in like 45 minutes. There are 70 dead and still dozens missing. It hit Camp Mystic, which 11 girls are still missing, and one counselor. I don't like the thoughts and prayers. I always think everybody just says thoughts and prayers, but I know, James, you have girls living in your house. You have girls living in your house. I personally don't have any kids, but I treat my nephews like my kids. So my heart goes out to them. I'm more religious, so I say I'm praying for the families. I know not all our listeners are religious, nor people sitting at the table, but thought I would take a moment and just recognize that I know that that's happening, and I know we always have fun and goof off here, but I just wanted to take a moment before we breaked and said, hey, take a moment and remember those families, because, my 4th of July, I was out having fun, eating brisket, or, pulled pork and having fun. Those families woke up that day. They didn't know that might be the last day on earth, or their family's last day on earth. So just thought to take one moment and say, hope everything goes all right down in Texas. So, okay, now we can go ahead and take a break so we can get food in our guts.
I just, the only thing I can say about that is that, we're celebrating our independence that started with us crossing the Delaware, and this time people failed crossing the Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Not funny.
You're laughing.
I know.
See,
I'm laughing about what I was about to say, and I caught myself. So I was like,
I'm an asshole. All right,
it's a sad story.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the remainder of the Burger Wars.
there will be no burgers remaining.
Right? If you like food, big opinions, and crazy dudes with even bigger appetites, you're invited to be part of the family on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Join James, Fridge, and Tommy as they blind taste test the best and worst colas, barbecue sauce, peanut butters, everything, right down to those weird pickle-flavored snacks you see at the store, but you never buy because, we rank them, we review them, and we have a blast. And it's not just food. We talk movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever other madness is going on in the world. One thing's for sure, it's loud, fun, and funny. Come hang with us on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Find the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Podbean.
All right, all of our burgers are here. They're cut up, they're portioned, they're divided amongst us. Let's go ahead and get into it. Blind predictions, fellas.
Dairy Queen looks pretty good.
Dairy Queen's a solid fucking burger.
I think all three of these are.
So we're probably going to be debating this a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Culver's because that is our reigning champion of like 3 weeks.
I think that is
Is this the Culver's?
Culver's is
on
on
the white napkin.
The white napkin? Okay.
So Culver's again. Nice smash burger, double patty. Red onion, mayo, cheese, lettuce, pickle, tomato. I'm guessing there's something else. I don't know.
My mouth is happy again.
As I say, not much more to say than we have.
It's
Eh.
He had
Yeah,
too
but
much of
this
it
is
when
his, I was gonna say he hasn't been here.
he had too much Culver's when his daughter worked there.
I only ate there once when she worked there. But that's enough because it's
See, this is the worst one we've had so far for Culver's.
I do agree.
And I don't see any ketchup or mustard on mine.
that, and the patties are like flavorless.
And see, I think the opposite.
You think?
I get a nice char flavor. I like it.
I do think. Oh, because what is this? Our third or fourth Culver's?
Third.
I do agree this is our worst Culver's, but it's still
good.
the best out of the burgers that we've faced so far.
The burger patty itself is the star of the Culver's burger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The rest of it is okay.
It was okay.
It was disappointingly good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because of the other ones we had.
I'm going with Dairy Queen next.
But I'm still very happy with it.
Was that the
Which one?
non-sesame seed.
non-sesame seed?
Okay.
Queen?
Oh, I lost the really gross part, that tomato.
Tomato's not gross.
Different bun.
I taste a lot of the toppings.
My first bite was like all tomato.
I picked
Tomato
my
definitely
tomato.
jumped out on this.
And it's not a good tomato. This one, ketchup, mayo, lettuce, cheese, tomato, pickle.
I got pickle, mustard, or ketchup, but I
I
didn't
don't-
get. I picked off the tomato, so I didn't get that.
I don't taste any cheese.
I do.
The tomato overruled everything.
I got mostly pickle.
It was like a bad tomato, though.
It had too much like firmness to it.
There's too much skin. It was like the butt cheek of the tomato.
It's still a good burger. Yes, I still like it.
There's Ryan's comments about my dad dying by breathing.
I think the burgers. I think their burger is a lot chewier.
Oh yeah, Culver's hamburger is way better as far as
Texture.
Texture, yeah. Not bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's still a really good burger.
But Culver's is, even the bad Culver's is still beating this one to me.
I'm gonna go with like a 8 solid for Culver's today. I'm gonna go with like a 7-8 for Dairy Queen. It does edge it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dairy Queen is not bad.
You just wanted to say edgy.
I wouldn't make a trip to go there to get this one, though. I
But-
give that one a 6.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting ice cream and dinner at the same time,
You can get a little meal deal.
now Five Guys not only is more expensive, the beef patties are bigger.
Yes.
It's greasier. It's loaded with toppings.
Oh man.
And it has more of a home style burger flavor.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this tastes like I could have took it off the grill. Huh. I like the sesame seed bun.
I don't care if it has sesame seeds or not.
This is a big burger.
Huh. That's, believe it or not, one of the better Five Guys burgers I've had.
Man, got a lot of cheese on it. I mean, and I'm not complaining.
Once
That's
again,
good.
I'm not liking the tomato, though. And I love tomatoes.
I didn't get much tomato on it. I got a little sliver, so I just kicked it right off.
So right now I'm between homestyle burger and smash patty burger. I think this is going to go right in the middle. 7.9, slightly lower than Culver, slightly better than Dairy Queen.
Okay, if I
I think you guys mixed mine up because I got the Dairy Queen over Culver's.
okay, I got Dairy Queen at a 7 tonight. The Five Guys is better than the Culver's tonight, but I have to remember what the Culver's have tasted like the past times we've got it.
I'd go just today because
is it the same Culver's
consistency
every time?
is an important
That's
thing.
what I was gonna say. Is it the same one that we're? Getting
It's
them
the
from?
same one we're ordering from, but if it changes drastically from one week to the next, that should be worrisome in your ranking.
Oh God, because I was gonna say like Culver's like 8 and like Five Guys 8.2, and to have it at 0.2 scale, it's not. No matter what, if I even edge out Five Guys tonight, we're gonna still go. You're probably gonna go Culver's. He went Culver's, and Culver's are gonna win. So no matter,
It's not about what we think. It's about what you think.
But that's what I'm saying. Even if I say, okay, yeah, Five Guys won tonight, Culver's is gonna be the ultimate winner because that's what I feel in my heart is Culver's was overall the better.
You have
burger.
no idea what I'm going to say yet. None.
He might be picking Five Guys.
No, I was watching him
He's
eat.
picking Filet-O-Fish.
I was watching him eat. He enjoyed the Culver's better.
By the way, we should do a review because you fuckers need to have one.
I
What?
honestly don't
Filet-O-Fish.
think I've ever had one.
They're so
I'll-
good.
Like I said, I don't like fish, but I am willing to always try.
If you want something that
so
is
good.
such a non-fishy fish flavor, a fillet of fish is for
And-
everyone. That's
and
why
I-
it's at a fast food restaurant.
and I hear
I'll
you
eat a
gotta get an
Filet-O-Fish
extra tartar.
if you
That's
eat
what I hear.
Taco
The
Bell
extra
nuggets.
tartar
I've had them, but I
They
will.
will
We're going to
drown
do
it.
them.
At the same
Yeah.
time.
sometimes
Yeah.
to where you literally have
Fish
to
and
take
nuggets.
some back
We'll do
off.
them in 2
Yeah.
separate
And I'm
weeks.
okay with that. I would rather have that than not enough.
What?
Okay.
Tartar sauce
Oh,
on the fish.
I want it dripping.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm down to do the fillet of fish.
I think we do the fillet, the Burger King fish, and the Arby's fish.
I was going to say Arby's has to be in there.
We could even throw White Castle in there because I kind of like them.
You know, I've never had a White Castle fish in my
I
life.
kind of like them. They taste like a big square fish stick, and that's totally fine. Actually, because I couldn't sleep last night,
Yeah?
so I took a fucking gummy. I haven't done or ate a gummy in months, or maybe it's probably actually been over a year. And it hit me at like 2:30 in the morning, and I'm like, why do I think I dozed off, and I woke up. I'm like, why is the world moving? I'm like, oh, I took a gummy. I'm fucking hungry. So I feel like fucking Adam Sandler from 50 First Dates because I had a Reese's peanut butter cup and I made a fucking fish sandwich with 6 fish sticks, a slice of cheese, tartar sauce, and I ate that with Reese's peanut butter cups.
Well, I've never had it with a Reese's cup. But
Not on it.
I wouldn't even eat them together. But I absolutely do like making a fish sandwich with Gordon's fish sticks.
I think it's not Gordon's. I'm using the Vandekamp's. I prefer Vandekamp's.
See, and I prefer Gordon's. But I do love them both. I just prefer.
They're both acceptable.
But to put them on a piece of bread,
You do 3 one way, and then you do 3. It's Jenga.
It's just good. Especially if you make your own tartar sauce.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't have capers all the time, and need those.
Okay, back to the sandwich.
I know you're going Culver's because I've seen the way you're eating.
You have no idea. I might surprise you, Tommy.
Okay.
You want my ranking?
Yeah, I want to hear.
Culver's number 1.
Culver's number 1.
Culver's 10 out of 10.
It's not a Hostess donut.
I'm going Five Guys and then Dairy Queen.
No.
And I am doing Dairy Queen at 6, Five Guys at 7, and Culver, sadly, comes down from my 9.5, I think I had last week, down to an 8.
Okay.
Because I don't think it was nearly as good.
Today was off. They were off their game.
They were definitely off the game.
I'm guessing Ireland was cooking.
Guys, let's have some trampoline parks.
Should we munch these into the mic?
Up to you.
Fridge, where are you putting everything?
Culver's at the bottom for me. 6'3". Just
Honey habanero.
done like a 7 for the Dairy
You
Queen.
know how we were talking about?
7 for Five Guys.
So it sounds like the overall ranking is going to be Culver's.
Yeah.
As the winner of our Burger Wars. Congratulations, Culver's. Get your consistency up, bitch.
Stop sucking.
Yeah.
Five Guys is number 2, and Dairy Queen is number 3.
Yeah.
So for our final little taste test here, it looks like we got a couple things of Ruffles.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Honey habanero is exciting to me, and then we got Smokehouse barbecue.
Well, you said last time we tried the chips, you wanted a little more kick. You wanted that a little more spice. And I just seen those, or actually Becca seen them, and she said, "Hey, look at this." You want to try them? I'm like, yeah. And that definitely has a lot more bite to it.
Those are fucking delicious.
Aren't they? They're so good.
Again, it goes back to anything honey flavored, I will consume.
Those things were the bomb.
You're not getting these back.
That's fine. I've already ate them. So, yeah.
Please tell me that is
like a
not
cat
being
chewing on a
sold
Lego.
just in that tiny bag.
I don't think so. We just seen them. And Becca's like, hey, let's try them.
I like those a hell of a lot more than I like these.
Those were good.
They're good.
They're good.
Not
But
on that level.
Those might be one of my favorite chips I've ever had. I'm saying that right now.
They're so good.
I'm giving that a 9.5.
Tied. I was doing
So
the same.
fucking good.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to go 9.6 because it's a Ruffle.
Now, those aren't... Those are good.
I'm going to Price is Right you 9.61.
You win.
Now,
The Smokehouse is good.
they're
But-
okay.
I think I'd like those even more if I didn't try them first.
Yeah.
I just want the heat to linger a little bit longer.
I don't really care for these. This is not the flavor profile of a barbecue chip I like.
What is it?
Too much smoke taste to it?
Yes,
Yeah, they're very smoky.
it's exactly what it is. So, you know what they remind me of is Uncle Ray's,
Okay.
flavor-wise.
I'm not an Uncle Ray's fan.
I love Uncle Ray's. But then again, you're fucking a non-Michigander because you don't like Better Made.
The
I-
dark ones.
Oh my god, the rainbow dark packs. Oh my god, I love those.
I am not a Better Made fan.
Yeah, you're fucking retarded. I mean,
But that's
retired.
just their chips. I mean, I love their other stuff. I just don't care for the chip.
these.
No, I don't either. I'm giving those a 5.
They're bland.
If they were in a bowl in front of me at a barbecue, I'd munch it a little bit, but I'm not buying those.
Yeah, I put
Maybe
some
on
on
a
my
burger.
sub, and I said to Becca, these are really good, but as I kept eating them, I'm like, I'm done with them.
The flavor, I think, on those, the aftertaste is not really good. They're not bad when you first put them in. This
what
sounds
she
so
said.
bad. But those honey habanero,
I would buy another bag of
yeah.
those. I'm not going to sit there and say, ugh, no. But those honey habanero, I don't know how many I could eat at one time because the heat
Whole
will
bag.
probably end up getting to you. If you were to buy them in this size.
I'd
But
eat-
I can't
I'd
eat
eat the
I
whole
can't,
bag.
I can't eat that much in one sitting anyways.
hell, I could even see putting that one on with a ranch dip.
But those were fantastic.
Those are fantastic.
I will buy those.
Those are the best chips that I've tried in a long time.
Agreed.
I'm trying to think. Like that might be my favorite chip right now. The only one that comes close is a Better Made, and it's their hot barbecue.
The bright red bag. Yeah.
Not a big fan.
And then I really like honey barbecue flavor twist Fritos. Those are just
Those things
so
are
good.
awesome.
That used to be my go-to in high school. We had a store called Strawberry Square. I get a blue Powerade and a pack of Flavor Twist Fritos, and that would be my snack.
See, now my favorite Frito is the barbecue.
Oh, Becca was listening to the podcast, and you were talking about that soup in Southfield. She says, I still work in Southfield. If he ever wants me to pick it up, I'll grab that soup for him.
I pass by it all the time, too.
Oh, okay. I wanted to bring that up.
Okay, tell Becca we need a couple more bags.
Okay.
Because next time, don't buy that little baby thing for 4 fat guys.
Well, it was actually just for me. She's seen it. Hey, we'll get that. And then I grabbed a handful out of them. I'm like, oh my God, I'm bringing it to the guys.
All right, so for next pod, we're going to get into some nugs. Let's just lay it down. What nugs are we going to do? Taco Bell, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King.
Okay.
I think we just knock them all out at once, you know?
Yeah.
Because smaller portions.
Regular nugs or spices?
Regular.
Okay.
Because
Arby's.
not everybody has spicy, and like Wendy's, I love their spicy nugs.
Well, McDonald's only does it occasionally.
Yeah.
So we'll do McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Arby's. That's 5.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. We could throw Checkers in there, but those little chicken balls are garbage.
Where is there Checkers close here now?
How many times we got to go over this? Every podcast, you ask the same question. It's at
Well,
Martin and Gratiot.
He does ask where
Okay.
Checkers is
13
all the
Best
time.
Buy, too.
No, it's closed.
Did they close?
I
it?
do like the Big Buford.
A month or 2 ago. The Buford was running strong until we had Culver's.
Yeah.
It was dethroned by them.
It lasted, about 4 or 5 weeks?
I think it was 3, but
Yeah.
either way. So there you have it. There's 4 fat guys' opinions on food and other things. We'll make sure we talk a lot about sports next time Fridge joins us. Thanks for joining us again, Fridge. That was really nice of you.
But now if
I
you're
missed
doing
you.
nuggets last time, I have to come back.
Good. Maybe that's part of the reasoning.
I'll make sure I got plenty of sports topics prepared.
So next Monday, we'll be here early. That way Fridge can still skate if he wants to. So we'll do like a 6 o'clock.
I actually like early. I'm totally down with doing it around the 6, 7 o'clock.
I can do whenever.
No shit, retired.
I mean, I can
say that
can
like
do
it's a bad
whatever,
thing.
but I really like this type of time. It really does work.
Yeah. All right, so there you have it. Thank you for listening. Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. I'm James.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Fridge.
I like how my dad says it second, like he's a big integral part of this, not guest.
Who?
I've been here more than some people.
It's probably pretty close now.
Pretty close.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye. This has been Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. We have big opinions and even bigger appetites. Everyone loves food, but not like us. And everyone has an opinion, but not like us. Look, it's 3 foodies sitting around talking food, movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. And we have fun. We hope you did too. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit us up on Facebook and Instagram at Monday Night Meat and Potatoes, on X and TikTok at Monday Night MP. See you next time on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes.